students. Today I am discussing about the introduction to the internal combustion engines. So today we are dealing the lecture 2. Here we are discussing about introduction to IC engines, where we are having two parts in the syllabus. The part A, in the part A you are having 3 units, in the part B you are having 2 units. The part A consists of thermal prime movers, and the part B consists of hydro prime movers. So in the part A we will discuss about what are the basic concepts of thermal prime movers. Prime movers means which are rotating, which are rotating. So here we are having the concepts like what is an engine, what are the classifications of engines, how they are classified based upon the configuration. So like this we will discuss in the first class. In the first class. So here I am dealing about the IC engines, their history, their background, their applications, their classifications, the components of IC engines, and the performance cycles related to the air standard efficiency. Okay, so at this point of time we will discuss about what is an engine. What is an engine? So here the engine is nothing but a prime mover, where it takes the chemical, nothing but a fuel, where it takes the chemical, nothing but a fuel, which is converted into the mechanical energy, where the fuel is converted into the mechanical energy, where the fuel is converted into mechanical energy to run the components of a mechanical member. So here what the figure is showing here, the chemical is nothing but a fuel. The chemical is nothing but a fuel. It is heated because of combustion takes place, and after combustion what happens, it is converted into the mechanical energy. So here we are having two conversions. One is the fuel is converted into the combustion. Here there a combustion takes place and it is converted into the mechanical energy, thereby the engine moves, thereby the vehicle runs. So what is the concept here? The it gives the energy to the mechanical members, thereby we can run the machines, or we can run the vehicles, or we can run the any motors. Okay, so this thermal energy raises the temperature. So whenever the chemical energy is converted into heat, it raises the temperature and pressure of the gas within the engine, and the high pressure gas is then expands. So what happens when the compression takes place inside the engine? The gas expands against the mechanical mechanisms, thereby it relieves, and it is converted into the mechanical linkages of an engine of rotating crankshaft, piston, and other members which are inside the engine to give the output to the machine. Then what is a heat engine? A heat engine is a device transforms the chemical energy which transforms the chemical energy of a fuel into thermal energy, and uses this energy to produce a mechanical work, and produce a mechanical work. So here the engines are classified into two categories. Here the engines are classified into two categories. One is internal combustion engine, other one is a external combustion engine. Internal combustion engine and external combustion engine. So in the internal combustion engine we are having the mechanical vehicles on the industrial applications and the agricultural equipments. So in this syllabus, we are dealing mainly about IC engines. IC means internal combustion and EC means external combustion. So then what is the main difference between internal combustion engine and external combustion engine? In the internal combustion engine, in the internal combustion engine, so the fuel plus air in the internal combustion engine, the fuel plus air takes place chamber, inside the cylinder chamber, and it is directly used by the output, directly used by the output. Whereas if you see the external combustion engine, here the mixture of air and fuel, the mixture of air and fuel transfers heat to the secondary fluid. Secondary fluid means it is taking outside, the combustion is taking outside and it is reacting with the fluid, then the cycle starts. The cycle starts means the engine operates. So if you see the example, you are having a steam turbine plant and also the gas turbine where the combustion takes place externally. In the coming classes we can see about what is a turbine, what is a plant, what is a gas turbines, what is a hydraulic turbines. Okay, next, the internal combustion engine, see the figures. So the left side figure is the exterior part of a engine, whereas the right side view is the internal features of an engine. So it differs depends upon the configuration. It differs depends upon the configuration. So at this point of time, at this point of time, so the internal combustion engines are reciprocating engines having pistons inside the casing, having pistons inside the casing, where it is totally enclosed in a rigid strong cage, rigid strong cage. So in the figure if you see the yellow portion, in the figure if you see the yellow portion, where it is, where it is converted, where it is converted, the energy taking place thereby the total engine operates with the mechanical system. So if you see the exterior part of the engine, where where the air is going, the air is going from one side, the air is going from one side, thereby it's cooling the engine assembly. So if you see the left right side part of a open figure, the air and fuel mixture are passing inside the engine, thereby the internally the mechanism rotates, thereby the engine works, and it is cooled by using the fans, that is air cooled or water cooled. So if you see the, if you take any small engine, generally it is air cooled. For example, if you see the two wheelers or three wheelers, so generally these are all air cooled engines because of lightweight in the construction. When we are using the water cooled engines, whenever the engine is very large, whenever the engine is complexly designed, then we are using the water cooled engines. Example like four wheelers, six wheelers, 10 wheelers, and heavy material. Okay, so here, so in the course, in this course, we are dealing only about internal combustion engine. Okay, so all the topics will related only about the internal combustion engines. Next, so if you see the scenario, if you see the scenario of the engines, last 200 years back, last 200 years back, last 300 years back, we are using the engines, but those are operated by using the steam. So if you see the steam turbines, or if you see the ships, your locomotives, so these are all run by the steam. So if you see in the 1862, the basic essential parts of engine is started. So if you see the next, the first successfully four-stroke engine has been designed. Later in the 15 years later, again it is improved as a two-stroke engine. So in the 1892, the diesel, the scientist named Diesel patented the diesel engine. Now at present we are using various types of engines. It may be a petrol engine, diesel engine, hybrid engine, electrical. So these are all the transformations existed in the evolution of the engines. So if you see the engine part, so if you see the external engine, so you can see this is nothing but a engine where it is fitted to the any two-wheeler or three-wheeler. So the internal part of an engine, see in the right side, the internal part of a engine at this point of view. So you can see the left side and right side, you are having the pistons with the rings. Okay, so the left side, the air is going in, the right side, the reaction going out. So the center you are having a spark plug. In the center you are having a spark plug. Inside you are having a casing where you are having a crankshaft, crank pin, and also the wheel where it is rotating. In the later classes I will show the videos also operated for the engine assembly. Next. Then if you see the classifications of engine, we are having wide classifications of engine. ఇంజన్స్ అనేది చాలా రకాలుగా క్లాసిఫై చేయొచ్చు. సో జనరలీ అవుట్ సైడ్ యూ కెన్ కమ్ టు నో ఇంజిన్ అంటే 2 స్ట్రోక్ ఇంజన్, 4 స్ట్రోక్ ఇంజన్. అందులో కంప్రెషన్ ఇగ్నిషన్ ఇంజన్ అండ్ స్పార్క్ ఇగ్నిషన్ ఇంజన్. స్పార్క్ అంటే స్పార్క్ మీన్స్ ఇఫ్ యూ సీ ఎనీ స్మాల్ టూ వీలర్స్ యూ కెన్ సీ ద స్పార్క్ ప్లగ్, ఎస్ఐ ఇంజన్స్ అండ్ కంప్రెస్డ్ ఇగ్నిషన్ ఇంజన్. సో ఈ స్పార్క్ ప్లగ్ ఇగ్నిషన్ ఇంజన్లో the ignition is coming with the help of the spark where you are using in the engine top, whereas in the compression the reaction takes place inside by mixing the fuel plus air. Now if you see the types of ignition, you are having spark ignition and compression ignition engine. So what happens in the spark ignition engine? So in the spark ignition, it is shortly abbreviated as SI engines, where the combustion process takes place by using the spark plug. For example, if you see any scooter, for example, if you see any 4-stroke Hero Honda or any Platina or any Bajaj, at the bottom of your tank you can see the engine, and it is connected to a black color pipe. So if you open the cap, inside if you can see the spark plug, right? Inside you can see the spark plug. So that is nothing but a spark plug. Here what happens, the spark plug gives a high voltage electric discharge when it is connected to the circuit board. It is giving a high voltage electric discharge between the two electrodes, positive electrodes and negative electrodes, which ignites the air and fuel which is inside the cylinder. For example, if you on your tank, petrol tank, if you on your tank, the petrol is flowing from tank inside to the carburetor. The concept of carburetor is to clean, give the atomize the air, fresh fuel, and it is sending into the engine at the left entrance. So when the piston, when the cam is going up, the air, the fuel is going inside, right? At the same time the fuel is also taking place inside. Then what happens when the fuel and the air is mixed and combustion takes place? At that point, a fraction of second, the spark plug ignites with a high voltage discharge coming from the battery box of the two-wheeler, and thereby what happens, the combustion takes place and the engine will start automatically. So you're having two types of starting. One is self-starting, other one is a kickstart. Manual starting, self-starting. For both cases, the same concept and principle applies. Next, if you see the compression ignition, here you are having the engine takes place, the air and fuel mixture ignites self ignites due to the high temperature in the combustion chamber caused by the compression. ఇక్కడ మనకి స్పార్క్ ప్లగ్ అనేది ఉండదు. సో ఇఫ్ యు సీ ద లారీస్, కార్స్, జీప్స్, యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ స్పార్క్ ప్లగ్. వై? బికాస్ ద ignition takes place inside the chamber by mixing of air plus fuel. That's why you are calling it as compression ignition engine. Compression ignition engine. Compression ignition engine. Next. Second classification is according to the engine cycle. According to the engine cycle. According to the engine cycle. Here you are having 4-stroke cycle. B, you are having 2-stroke cycle. Here you are having the 4-stroke cycle and 2-stroke cycle. We are calling them as 4S cycle, 2S cycle. A 4-stroke engine experiences 4 piston movements. 4-stroke represents 4 piston movements inside the engine part. Inside the engine part. Inside the engine part. Okay, 4-stroke represents 4 piston movements inside the engine parts with the 2 revolutions of the crankshaft. Okay, so if later I will show the figure of the 2-stroke engine and 4-stroke engine. Just see the classification. Here in the 2-stroke cycle, a 2-stroke cycle has 2 piston movements over 1 revolution of each type. For say, if you rotate your right hand or left hand for a complete 1 rotation, 2 cycles takes place for the 2-stroke engine. Example, your Yamaha bike is a 2-stroke petrol engine and remaining bikes are all 4-stroke petrol engines. That is simple example. Now if you see the 4-stroke cycle, you are having for a complete rotation of your hand, complete rotation of your finger 360 degrees, you are having 4 piston movements. 4 piston movements. Okay, next, see the 4-stroke engine and 2-stroke engines. So in the 4-stroke engine, generally you are having valves. 4-stroke annappudu we are discussing about the valves. 2-stroke annappudu we are discussing about the port. Then what is the meaning of valve and port? Valve ante port ante enti? The entry of air and fuel. The entry of air and fuel is nothing but the gateway to the engine. 4-stroke lo manam valves antamu, 2-stroke lo manamu ports antam, right? So here in the 4-stroke cycle CI engine, what happens if you see the blue color? See the blue color here in the 4-stroke cycle, the air plus fuel is going inside the chamber. Air and fuel is going inside the chamber. Thereby, the crankshaft rotates around the circumference of the engine cylinder, engine part, and thereby you are having 4 strokes. See the brown color portion. See the brown color portion where you are having the piston pins, where you are having the cams, piston. So these are moving up and down, giving the entry exit to the CI engine. CI engine. So this is a simple concept of 4-stroke cycle engine. Whereas in the 2-stroke cycle engine, we are having a spark plug at the top, a spark plug at the top, a spark plug at the top. Whereas if you see the scooter, spark plug at the top, here the intake port and exhaust port. What happens when the air and fuel mixture is going inside? When the air and fuel mixture is going inside, the carburetor, air and fuel mixture is going inside the carburetor, right? So the air and fuel mixture is rotating. Air and fuel mixture is rotating, thereby the import and exit. So see the crank, see the cylinder head. The cylinder head is moving up and down when the crankshaft is rotating. When the when the cylinder head is moving up and down, the the intake port and exhaust port will open and close. So thereby when the cylinder head touches the maximum top dead center of the engine, then at that point of time, a fraction point of time, the spark plug ignites. The spark plug ignites, then you will get the ignition, then your engine starts. Then if you see the comparison, if you see the comparison of four-stroke engine and two-stroke engine, four-stroke engine and two-stroke engine, you are having various comparison, various differences between four-stroke and two-stroke. So if you see the first the construction, first the construction or a physical setup of four-stroke, it is very much bigger than two-stroke engine. It is very much bigger than the two-stroke engine. It is heavy and bulky, whereas it is light and smart and compact. The second one, the four-stroke engine of the piston is having two revolutions of the crankshaft, two revolutions of the crankshaft, two revolutions of the crankshaft. Whereas in the two-stroke engine, you are having two stroke of a piston in one revolution crankshaft. So one full rotation 360 degrees, you are having two strokes of a piston, whereas in the here in the two revolutions you are having four piston movements, four piston movements. Okay, so here one power stroke in every two revolution of a crankshaft, one power stroke. So for a four stroke engine you are having four steps, whereas in the two stroke you are having two steps. Later we will discuss in the class. In the four stroke you are having one power stroke in any two revolutions. Here you are having one power stroke in each revolution of the crankshaft. Okay, next, third point, you are having a big flywheel. Later in the figures I will show the description. Here you are having a big heavier flywheel due to the non-uniform turning movement. So non-uniform turning movement means whenever the ignition, whenever the ignition is not catched during the operation, we are having a flywheel at the right side of an engine where you are storing the energy, where you are storing the energy, and if you rotate it, if you rotate manually, then automatically the flywheel rotates, then it will takes the energy and start the engine. For example, if you see the your autos, the driver what he will do, he will take a big rope and tie to the flywheel and just starts the engine whenever it is not operated manually. Understood? Next, here you're having a light and smart flywheel due to the more uniform turning movements. Here the fluctuations are less and the flywheel is very lighter because of the construction, because of the construction. Next, but the power produced is less, the power produced is less, whereas here the power produced is twice than that of four-stroke engine for same size. So that's why if you see the pickup of any your vehicles, your two wheeler, you are having a more pickup when compared to the four-stroke. So, but not depends upon the gear system. Generally the power what it is producing is less when compared to the four-stroke. So thereby the two-stroke engine you are having a high power when compared to the four-stroke. Later, you are having less cooling and lubrication requirements. Less cooling and lubrication requirements. Here you are require greater cooling and lubrication requirements because it is air cooled. We are having greater cooling. It may be air cooled, or in some engines, if you take a Duke, you can use a big air engine. Means air circulation is taking place, and also lubrication should be very high when compared to the four-stroke engines. Less rate of wear and tear, high rate of wear and tear. Why? Because due to the one rotation you are having four piston movements. Here the four-stroke you are having less rate and wear and tear, where you are having a high rate and wear and tear. Next, contains valve and valve mechanism. So as already described in the previous class, we are having a valve mechanism. Valve means opening of the exit and entry with the help of the camshaft. You are having valve mechanism. In the two-stroke engine you are having port arrangement, right? Next, higher initial cost. Obviously the four-stroke engines are cost is very high because of the complex and rigid construction, whereas in the two-stroke engine you are having cheaper 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 construction, right? 10th one, volumetric efficiency is more volumetric efficiency is more due to the greater time of induction. Volumetric efficiency is less due to the less time of induction. Then what is the meaning of volumetric efficiency? The cc, cubic per centimeter, efficiency is more when compared to the two-stroke engine. Later in the classes I will discuss about the volumetric efficiency. Next, the thermal efficiency is high and also part load efficiency is better. Here it is for two-stroke engine they are low. The thermal efficiency is very high. The thermal efficiency is very high and the volumetric efficiency is very more in the four-stroke engine. That's why the four-stroke engine the operates on the four-stroke engine ignition will start easily when compared to the two-stroke engine. It is used where the efficiency is important. It is used where at low cost company compactness and lightweight are important. For example, if you take any generator at the shops or any some places, you are having two-stroke engine with the generator. Whenever we require high efficiency, whenever we require long mileage for high efficiency, we are using four-stroke engines. Examples are cars, buses, trucks, tractors, industrial application engines, aeroplanes, power generation, etc. Whereas here you are using the scooters, motorcycles, mopeds, propulsion ships and lawn mowers, right? Now see the comparison, see the operation of the four-stroke engine. See the operation of the four-stroke engine. You are having four cycles here in the four-stroke engine. First thing is suction stroke. First cycle is suction stroke. Second cycle is a compression stroke. Third cycle is a combustion and expansion stroke. Nothing but the power stroke. Fourth one is a exhaust stroke. Suction stroke, compression stroke, combustion and expansion stroke, where actual power stroke takes place. Fourth one is a out exhaust stroke. Now see the first one, left side you are seeing an arrow where the fuel is going inside along with the air. So whenever the cylinder head, inside the cylinder head is rotating with the crank shaft, rotating with the crankshaft connecting rod. So you're having a cylinder at the bottom connecting rod. Here inside the rounds, the shape is nothing but a crankshaft, crank pin inside the where it is connected. So whenever the connecting rod is rotating in clockwise direction, the cylinder head is coming down and up, coming down and up. So whenever it is coming down, what happens? The valves open. పైన వాల్వ్స్ ఉంటుంది. వాల్వ్ ఆపరేషన్ ఎలా జరుగుతుంది? బై మేకింగ్ యూజ్ ఆఫ్ క్యామ్ ఫాలోయర్స్, బ్యాక్ సైడ్ కింద ఉంటుంది అనమాట. సో వెన్ ఎవర్ ద సిలిండర్ హెడ్ ఈస్ కమింగ్ డౌన్, ద ఫ్యూల్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ ఇన్సైడ్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ ఇన్ ద వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్ ఇన్ ద కంప్రెషన్ స్ట్రోక్, వెన్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ రొటేటింగ్, మనకి ఇక్కడ ఒక హాఫ్ అయిపోయింది, ఇక్కడ ఒక హాఫ్ అయిపోయింది. సో వెన్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ అప్, what happens? The compression takes place, air and fuel compression takes place at the top head of the cylinder. Top dead center, bottom dead center అని తర్వాత క్లాసెస్లో చెప్పుకోవచ్చు. ద సిలిండర్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ అప్, అక్కడ మనకి కంప్రెస్ అయ్యి ఎయిర్ ప్లస్ ఫ్యూయల్. నెక్స్ట్ థర్డ్, ఎప్పుడైతే ద సెకండ్ ఆగిపోయి థర్డ్ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుందో సైకిల్, అట్ దట్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ టైం వీ విల్ గెటింగ్ ద పవర్ స్ట్రోక్. స్టార్ట్ అయ్యడానికి ఛాన్సెస్ వస్తుంది, ఇంజన్ స్టార్ట్ అవడానికి ఛాన్స్ వస్తుంది. దెన్ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్ హియర్ ఇన్ ద థర్డ్ స్ట్రోక్, అగైన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కమింగ్ డౌన్. ఆ కమింగ్ డౌన్, ఆ మధ్యలో జరిగిన రియాక్షన్తో ద స్పార్క్ ప్లగ్ విల్ టేక్ ద electric discharge, high electric discharge connected to the battery box, then the ignition takes place. That's why see the third cycle, akada the blue is converted into the orange reddish, ignition takes place. Then what happens next in the exhaust stroke, ఈ టైంలో ఏం జరుగుతుందంటే మనకి వాల్వ్స్ రెండు వెరీ మైన్యూట్గా ఓపెన్ అయి ఉంటుంది. అట్ ద ఫోర్ స్ట్రోక్ exhaust stroke what happens, the cylinder is going up for the next cycle, and the next cycle means suction. సో ఈ సైకిల్ అనేది వెరీ ఫ్రాక్షన్ ఆఫ్ సెకండ్స్లో వెరీ ఫాస్ట్గా రొటేట్ అవుతుంది అనమాట, రైట్? సో వెన్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కమింగ్ డౌన్, ద ఎగ్జాస్ట్ వాల్వ్ ఈస్ ఓపెన్డ్. ఎగ్జాస్ట్ వాల్వ్ అనేది ఓపెన్ అవుతుంది క్యామ్స్తో. దెన్ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్, సీ ద రైట్ సైడ్ రెడ్ కలర్ ఇండికేషన్, ద ఎగ్జాస్ట్ గ్యాసెస్ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ అవుట్. the exhaust gases are going out. అంటే లోపల ఏదైతే ఇగ్నిషన్ తీసుకొని స్టార్ట్ అయ్యిందో రిమైనింగ్ గ్యాసెస్ని బయటికి పంపించేస్తుంది. రిమైనింగ్ గ్యాసెస్ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ అవుట్ సైడ్, దెన్ automatically the section stroke starts. So like this the operation takes place in the 4-stroke engine. If you see the operation of a two-stroke engine, so here you are having ports. Here you are having the port. See the inlet port and exhaust port. This is a cross section of the figure. So మనకి పైన స్పార్క్ ప్లగ్ ఉంది, స్పార్క్ ప్లగ్కి కరెంట్ సప్లై ఉంది, రైట్. ఎగ్జాస్ట్ గ్యాసెస్ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ అవుట్, పెట్రోల్ ఎయిర్ మిక్చర్ ఈజ్ గోయింగ్ ఇన్సైడ్. ఇన్లెట్ పోర్ట్లో పెట్రోల్ ప్లస్ ఎయిర్ మిక్చర్ ఈజ్ గోయింగ్ ఇన్సైడ్. దెన్ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్, ద క్రాంక్ షాఫ్ట్ అనేది రొటేట్ అవుతుంది. ఎలా రొటేట్ అవుతుంది? విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ ద కనెక్టింగ్ రాడ్. సో సింప్లీ సిలిండర్ పైన ఉంది, సిలిండర్ ఈజ్ అట్ ద టాప్ ఇన్సైడ్ ద కేజింగ్. దానికి ఒక కనెక్షన్తో కనెక్టింగ్ రాడ్ ఉంది. ఈ కనెక్టింగ్ రాడ్ దేనికి కనెక్ట్ అయింది? క్రాంక్ షాఫ్ట్కి కనెక్ట్ అయింది. సో 3 పీసెస్ అనమాట. దెన్ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్, whenever the motor starts of the shaft of the vehicle, the crankshaft rotates, thereby the cylinder head is moving up and down. Here what happens, for one complete cycle you are having 2 piston movements. ఈ 2 piston movements లో మనకి ignition అనేది స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. So if you see the air fuel is going inside in the right hand figure, it is rotating like that. So whenever it is going up, స్పార్క్కి లైట్గా ఆ కంబషన్ తగిలినప్పుడు దెన్ ఆటోమేటికల్లీ ద ఇగ్నిషన్ స్టార్ట్స్, దెన్ యువర్ వెహికల్ స్టార్ట్స్. తర్వాత కిందకు వచ్చిన తర్వాత ద ఎగ్జాస్ట్ గ్యాసెస్ విల్ go outside. So like this the concept takes place in the 2-stroke engine and 4-stroke engine, right? So this is a class for you as of now. So just recap this video. We'll take the class in the next class, right? Thank you.